The 1:30 or close to it vote kicks off the process. Where might we see stumbling blocks?
So there's a couple points along today where things could go a little bit awry, unlikely, but here's kind of the points to watch for. So at 1:30, 2 o'clock, the House will vote, largely expected that it will pass. There's a couple Republicans, usually from high tax states, New York, California, that don't like what they did with the state and local tax deductions, said it wasn't enough of a break, but there's not enough of those people to stall the bill. From there, it'll go over to the Senate, where there's about 10 hours or up to 10 hours of debate where Republicans and Democrats will go on the floor and talk about it. Republicans are expected to give back a lot of their time because they want to get to a vote as soon as possible. Democrats, though, will be, raising some objections to the bill. If they find anything that violates Senate rules, either before or after they vote on it, it could have to go back to the House for another vote today. So could be a little bit of ping-ponging, not expected. They've been really kind of carefully scrubbing the bill to make sure there's nothing that violates any rules and procedures. And, it could pass, sometime this evening from the Senate if all goes as planned.
Laura, how much future legislation might be needed to correct drafting errors or technical issues in the tax bill?
Well, this is really the big open question right now. Kevin Brady, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, has said, look, we're going to have to do at least some level of corrections on this. And that's pretty typical for a bill of this size, that you'd have technical changes of, drafting errors or slight mistakes here and there. But because this bill was moved so quickly, folks in the tax community are really concerned that there are going to be bigger problems, not just, technical changes, but policy changes. The law is going to have to be rewritten in some portion. So this could be a process that really plays out over several years, as we start to realize some unintended consequences that then Congress has to come back to the drawing board and say, OK, how do we fix this?